Welcome to Coffee for Cause Zero Hours. Our today's guest is Mr. Vivek Prakash. He is Vice President and Head Corporate Social Responsibility at Jubilant Ingrevia. He has more than 25 years of experience in working on initiatives focused at community development, social welfare, and environmental sustainability. Many of his achievements include setting up of a skill and entrepreneurship institute from scratch in association with State Bank of Bikaner and Jaipur, as well as formation of Ambuja Cement Foundation. Among many hats that he wears include co-chairmanship of CII's CSR and Affirmative Action Committee. He is member of National Council on CSR, which is part of PhD-CCI CSR Task Force. He's also a mentor of Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship that is promoted by IIM Ahmedabad. In his current role at Jubilant, Vivek spearheads the operations of Jubilant Bharatiya Foundation, which is the CSR arm of the group. The foundation is working on addressing the underlying causes for the quality gap that exists in education, healthcare, livelihood generation, and even in promoting talent of social entrepreneurs. So, welcome, Mr. Prakash. Thank you for joining us at Coffee for Cause Zero Hours. We want to know more about the foundation's initiatives. I remember meeting you several years ago, and you had just outlined so many programs, and they were already making an impact. Even before the CSR became mandatory, the foundation or so the social initiatives of the foundation as well as a group have been talked about, and they became a benchmark for several new organizations that have started coming up. So it's been several years. I just want you to underline some of the flagship initiatives, how they started and what are the impact they are making with the grassroots. Over to you, Mr. Prakash. And if I have any missed out on anything on your profile, you can probably add on to that as well.
No, thank you, Mr. Ranjan. So, Ranjan. So actually, so as you already mentioned, so I'm spearheading this foundation also. So it means I have two roles. So one is CSR for the company, for the group company, Jubilant Bharatiya Group companies. But on other side, I'm also in fact heading this foundation, the social entrepreneur, this Jubilant Bharatiya Foundation, which is in fact a social arm of the group. And this is mainly responsible for conceptualizing and implementing CSR for the group company. But the best part is this foundation is an independent agency. That's why it is also helping the group company to partner with many other corporates also. Correct. So it's rare in the CSR sector, especially in the development sector, where corporates are partnering with each other. So that is the beauty of our presence in the group, that we are not only implementing the CSR for the Jubilant Bharatiya Group company, but we are also partnering, we are also bringing CSR projects and of other companies, and then in partnership we are creating more impact. So there are a few examples also which I will explain.
Sure.
But the best part is this. So as I explained, so the CSR is in fact after 2013 when this new amendment happened. So CSR has become now mandatory. The companies like Jubilant and many companies who were existing in this country since last 40 years, 50 years, 100 years. So it's a legacy of the company, you can say. So from the beginning, they started working with the society, working in the society, working for the society. And that's why there was no change in those companies. So if you name companies like Tata, Birla's, Jubilant, or like Ambuja, so there is no much change. Changes in terms of reporting only, but there is no change in this entire CSR arena. So this company were doing earlier also and now also. So, but again, this landscape is not in India, but in the globally it is now changing. Earlier, when this 2013 Act came and CSR, in fact, provision was inserted in the Companies Act, it was felt that many new company will come, many investment will come. So no doubt it has happened.
Yep.
But the best part is the way government is moving. and the way entire sector is moving, now we are realizing this is not just a philanthropy, this is not just charity, this is not just doing some social work, but this is for the sustainability of the business, of the company, and again for the society. Correct. So because this is giving you a pathway to for the sustainability of the organization, of your business also. Right. And now things are changing also. Now discussion has also started. In fact, in last year only, this SEBI has declared that now all top earlier it was 500 company, now 500 companies. So slowly they are increasing the in fact area of impact also. So they are saying that all companies have to report on their business risk. Yeah. Business risk is also covering this environmental risks and other risks which can Correct. Create impact on your business. So it means slowly it is moving towards sustainability. Yeah. And now people have also started. So the sustainability of CSR projects. So today you have profit, you can take up some project. But tomorrow, if you are not having profit, then how those projects will sustain? It means there should be some sustainability factor in every project. So how to sustain those activities? So the best way is if there will be business linkage of all the CSR project, certainly even during the loss. So if the bottom line of your balance sheet is negative, but still company will support. So CSR we have seen
continue to sustain.
Yeah, and company will support those activities. So we have seen in many companies, including our company. So there are many group companies who are not in profit, but still they are continuing their activity. It means they are realizing that it's for the sustainability of business. It's not just philanthropy or charity. It is giving us impact sustainability to our business. So we have to support all these activities and looking to those requirements. In fact, in our projects also. So like mainly this foundation, Jubilant Bhartiya Foundation is mainly into education, health, livelihood, which are the core of any developmental organization. So if you have to see a developed society, you have to work on education. But again, in our case, we started in fact education, but not higher education or opening school, but we started supporting government primary schools because 10 years, 20 years back, when this Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan was running, there was in fact instances where 100% enrollment was not there. The parents were not sending their children. But so that was the time. But now people are aware and they are sending their children. So we have also changed this entire activity. So earlier the focus was more on community involvement and then improvement in the learning milestone of all the children. But now we have changed. Now we are working on digitizing in fact government schools because the private schools, especially in urban area or semi-urban areas, they are getting support of technology also. So like a good content, they are getting good content for their children. So teachers are utilizing those content. So why the poor children who are studying in government school, they should be deprived of? So this is our responsibility being in corporate that, okay, the children who are studying, at least we should come up and we should support, because every time you cannot say that, okay, government will, because government had to think for the entire country, but at least we can support within our periphery so that some part of the society will get all these benefits.
Prakash, can you give me an example of, it is, you rightly mentioned, it's like Bhartiya Foundation has been there for quite some time. When you started, when the CSR mandate came in, so many foundations, so many corporations also partnered with you to sustain several initiatives or scale up some initiatives of the foundation. Now we're talking about education. So I remember meeting you 3-4 years ago. At that point in time, you had achieved that basic level of getting enrollments right in the schools. getting the attendance levels high, getting the girl children into the schools. Now we are talking up to a second level wherein we are digitizing the schools as well.
Yeah.
You can give me an example of one of the stories from
I think this is the so in every project, so like in education also, we partnered with other corporates. So I will give you that example also. So like for digitalization, there are 2-3 kinds of services you require. So the first one is the school support to provide the infrastructure. So that support they are already giving, because they also require such in fact content and equipment, everything. Right. On other side, there are many IT company or IT infrastructure company who are manufacturing such product. Right. So that's why we, like HP is having they are manufacturing computer, they are manufacturing laptop. Yeah. So we partnered with them to provide IT equipment. So they are fulfilling their CSR requirement. We are fulfilling our CSR requirement. Right. Same way, the content part. So there are many social entrepreneurs who are in fact into this arena. So they have created low cost quality content for the schools. So we partnered with them. You won't believe. So we are getting content with perpetual license, because what is happening usually under CSR, people are hiring some agency, providing this entire thing and giving license for the 3 year also for the content. But right. After 3 year again, all these equipments are it's a waste. It's a electronic waste. Correct. So what will happen after 3 years? So you have to think about the sustainability also. True. So it means 3 year when you are supporting, the children will get good content, but after 3 year there is nothing. So it's just a black box. True. Nothing else. So how to make it sustainable and continuous? So so it should give continuous benefit to the children. So that's why we come up with a provision of perpetual license, that we will partner with an agency who can provide us content at low cost, but again with perpetual license. Right. But the best part is, like again in the education, I will say during COVID, this was a challenge, how to continue the education. I was coming to that. How was it continuing during COVID? So again, so there is as I explained, there is an social entrepreneur. It's I Dream Education, I Dream Learning. So they have, in fact, within few days, they have come up with a mobile application, and it's a free of cost for the children. So we are supporting them, but it's a free of it is available for the children at without any cost. So they have to just download this application in any Android phone. So they can download it, download the application, and as per their board, that is a UP board, Jharkhand board, Bihar board, Madhya Pradesh board, or CBSE. Then language also, they can choose their own language, like Kannada, Gujarati, Bengali, Hindi, Marathi. So the language, as per their requirement, they can choose. Then again, as per their class and age. So like if she is or he is studying in class 3rd, then they will get content only for class 3rd. Right. Then again, the board I explained, the language I explained. So they are getting customized content to continue their education. So what we did, so the same content which is available in their school, the same content is free of cost available on their mobile also. Right. So after COVID, so at both the places, at home also, at school also, at both the places, they will have access of content free of cost. So if any day, if they are not able to attend the school, the same content it is available at their home also. So it's a beauty of this project. So and we in fact customized and implemented in such a manner that the children, especially poor children who are going to government schools, they should get quality content and they should also, so they should not be deprived of all this quality thing which is available. So I think
geographies is it available in this education program is happening in where, which all, how many schools in which geographies?
Yeah, so it's again a good question. So like mobile application, it's available pan India basis. So we are not saying that okay, this will be available only in and around our manufacturing location or our operations, but this is available pan India. So during this second wave, we have measured, so the total download and total users were 1,23,000 children. Now you can imagine.
Yes.
So this was why in and around our plant location, it is hardly 45,000. Okay. But at pan India level, it was 123. 1,23,000.
In and around the plant would be the schools that you were already working in, you were associated with.
Yeah. So that was our responsibility. But we have introduced this mobile application for pan India because it's on Play Store, so anybody can download it. So we propagated also, and again, when we were developing, we thought okay, it will be utilized by government school only. But there are many budget schools available, private schools also. Right. They are not able to access those content, but they have also downloaded it. So it's a good thing for the society. So we have not wasted our money. It has been, in fact, properly utilized.
During the COVID times, what? Because I was talking to several other organizations as well. There's a similar initiative that was run by Mahindra's Trust, Keshubai Mahindra Trust. They were also looking at a software. HCL Foundation, you would know about because they're your neighbors and they're also working on almost the same geographies. The one challenge that almost everybody faced was a device challenge. The people at the grassroots, the poorest of poor, could not even have access to device. Even if the father had, he wouldn't give it to the children because he needed it for his work and all. So did you do anything around that?
Yeah.
Going off the track, I just wanted to know about.
Yeah. So I will explain that also. It's a very good project. So I'm not saying that all 1,23,000 children were having access of their own mobile or we provided them mobile. So, but again, in our locality where our operations are there, our team is there. So what we did, so what is the process? Actually, we are not running this entire project. We are running through community volunteers.
Right.
So there is a project called Muskan Fellowship. So under which we are hiring means it's not paid thing. So we are selecting some youth. So they should be 18 years of age and class 12 pass and pursuing their graduation. So we are taking them on board. We are giving them leadership training. So again, the same training which any youth which is getting in IIM, so similar training we are providing them. So especially to become a leader. And there is one agency, it's called Prava. So it's a Delhi-based NGO. So they are our partner. So they are supporting into this. So those youths are being trained as leader. But again, we are saying that it's not free of cost. This training is not free of cost. You have to pay for this. But what to pay? How to pay? That is the beauty.
You pay
so they have to pay in terms of volunteering. So we are providing them leadership training, but they have to volunteer in their own village. And they are from our neighboring village. So, and we are providing them some content, the same content and tab also.
Okay.
So they are organizing it because during even lockdown also, the school were closed. Town, in fact, entire city were closed. In the villages, you will not find any such kind of lockdown. So they were moving here and there, and they were happy in that village. So our volunteers, these Muskan fellows, they were organizing such classes, but at the same time, we also arranged between 5 to 10 tabs from our side. So that is our property. It's not community property, but again, we are in fact we were giving them, okay, you distribute among children. So you utilize your tab also, you can distribute among those children who are not having. And one tab is sufficient for 2 to 3 children. It's not,
right, it does.
So they are enjoying in fact. So they are not like in fact people like this urban children. So they are sharing with each other also.
And whether or not they are doing the academic content or not, but they are at least getting the digital education. They have access to devices. They are learning.
But the best part is, you won't believe, the youth who are part of our team, they are also from villages. They are better than us in terms of handling those devices. So when we were giving, we were telling that, okay, you have to utilize this. Second day when we asked, so they were giving us more knowledge. So it's a in fact, mobile has changed this entire thing. So I think that's why we got. And again, during COVID also, we in fact motivated our employees, that is companies' employees, to in fact donate their mobiles which are not in use. And this iDream, which I explained you, they have come up with a provision that if mobile is not working with a SIM, but still it can work as a monitor. So they have given content in a chip, a small chip, which can be inserted in the mobile, and it can function as a monitor.
You must have given a data card. You just
yes. So it's a simple thing. So you have to just give them mobile and insert that chip. It is costing around 150 rupees to 250 rupees.
The data card cost,
data card for the content. So, but within 250 rupees or 300 rupees,
you have access to all the content.
You are providing access to those children. So we have also tried this. But the best part was that volunteering. Those volunteers from the community, in fact, they created lot of impact, and they helped us to continue those the education of those children in the villages.
How many volunteers are there now?
Now, including this year, in fact, now we have 75 volunteers.
Nice.
And the best part is 50% boys and 50% girls.
Great.
So there also we have tried to make this the entire project gender balance. So because during this leadership training also, it is mandatory, because there are a lot of in fact values going on. So if they will not trained in a mixed group, it will be difficult for them to cope up in their normal life. So that's why we tried from the beginning that 50% of the entire cohort will be boys and 50% girls.
It's a very interesting model, having a volunteer from itself the village, training them, making them leaders. I think some of the grassroots programs which are successful of the other NGOs also focus on this only, picking up the talent from the grassroots, training them and making them the leaders and take the initiative.
And the best part is, it is reducing the entire cost.
Correct.
So otherwise, if you are a corporate, you have to implement any project, you will never find a person within less salary. Yes. And then again, there are a lot of issues, because under CSR, you cannot create such cadre of employees. So
you can't have admin costs going so up. You can't have 75 people's salaries on this. Yeah.
And the best part is, this fellowship is for 1 year, but not a single youth have dropped out. So they are, after 1 year also, they are continuing.
Nice.
So you are sustaining this entire thing. So at least they will be there at least for 3-4 years in the villages, because by the time they are getting any job or going for any career growth, at least till then they will be available in the villages, and they will give something. And the best thing is, they are learning to give. They are not just taking. Usually wherever you will find any manufacturing location, manufacturing company or mining company or any business house, you will find that in and around that locality, it's called in fact dependency syndrome. So so people are dependent on companies. That okay, we have to take something, we have to get something from the company, but here we are giving them in fact a value that you should learn to give something to the society. We are not giving them anything.
That's how the project can sustain.
We have given just training, knowledge, that's tab only, nothing else. But they are learning to give back to the society. That is the beauty. And we are seeing that in future, at least they will become a good citizen of this for this country. Great. And they are the future of this, because our time has gone. So now they have to run this entire country. So So that is the requirement. So that's why we started this.
Let's move on from the education program. It sounds really good. You've got the competitions together, and it's more like a public-private government partnership. Public-private partnership wherein government school is being adopted by a foundation. It's also getting several corporates, knowledge partners, content partners together to scale up or say make more impact or larger impact at the grassroots for the education purposes. Now, there must have been many challenges when you started off, especially from getting permission maybe from the government to implement this project, finding the right partners to implement this. So can you just talk about some of the major challenges that were there?
See, again, I will tell you, there are two approaches. One is top to bottom approach, another is bottom to top approach. I always believe in bottom to top approach, because if you are going to a chief minister or prime minister or education minister of the country or state, they will say, what is there for us? What is there for the government? What is there for the party? And again, you will be in trouble, because they are government. They have to run in the entire state, not only those villages where your presence is there. So they will say, what is for the state? But but within your small budget, you can't do for the state. So you have to sustain your business. You have to work in and around. First, you have to give priority to in and around your manufacturing location or your business, your operation. So you can't go for such big project. So that's why I always believe in bottom to top approach. So what is happening? The edge, and again you have to understand this entire system. Actually, education is a state subject. It's in the concurrent list, so it's a center and state both. And then again, at village level, actually this is school property is panchayat property. Okay. So if you are mobilizing panchayat, nobody can create hindrance in your project. So that's why our project is success, because we are mobilizing the gatekeepers of the village, that is Sarpanch or Pradhan of that village. So we are mobilizing, we start mobilization of those gatekeepers of the society or the village. And then we enter into the school. And if teacher is convinced, so nobody can stop, because teacher can convince to their, in fact, seniors also. So that's why we believe in working in the at ground level. But again, since it's a government premises, you have to take permission from at least from the block education officer or district education officer. So we are following that protocol also. But starting from and the best part is you first create some impact. You start activities at grassroots level, at school level. Certainly, teacher will tell to his seniors, okay, so this is the foundation, this is the company, they are supporting us. So, and they want to do this activity in more schools. Certainly through them, you are getting permission for the entire block or entire district. So that route we are taking. So, and again, if you are going with a good intent, because we are not going to do a business, because in under education, you can't do business. So that's why we have not only we, but any organization who are into education, certainly they are getting, especially for education, you will get support. But you should go with a good intent. So not to sell your product, but you go to give and to create some impact in the society. So I don't think there is any hindrance.
Of intent. So you are a major conduit between the social sector and the business. So you are also heading the CSR arm of the group, and you have to make your presentations, go back to the board and say, this is the impact that has happened, and this is the kind of work that has to be done at the grassroots. So do you ever face challenges convincing the board to come on board for a particular project, or say, getting the budget sanctioned for a particular initiative? Does it happen often? Because you understand.
No, so yeah. So now again, so while we have 3-4 projects: education, health, livelihood.
Come to livelihoods again.
In fact, social entrepreneurship also. Okay. But under education, again, you have to take permission from the board. You have to take budget from them. So how to convince them? That is the beauty. So how to develop that business linkage? Yes. So as I explained you, these youth can become future employee of the company. So through this way, now you can imagine these 75 youth who are with you, you are seeing them on daily basis. If tomorrow they are becoming an engineer or doctor or even ITI diploma or management, if they are completing those courses also, they will be eligible to get job in your company. Again, giving job to an employee is again just a kind of marriage. So you are doing an engagement, you are doing a lot of outside there. So here you will get a known person to whom you have seen in the last 3 years, and then you are bringing onto your board. So that is the beauty. So that's why management also convinced, because now in the entire country there is a pressure that okay, you have to give employment to the 80% of the local people, so, and especially from the surrounding area. So this is the way to identify good people, and many companies are not giving job. There are two things. One is they are not getting skilled people, but again, that I'm not convinced with that thing. So if you will search, you will find, because now education has in fact grown in this country, and everywhere you will find good people surrounding too. But another issue is labor issues, because if you are giving them job in pressure that okay, since he or she is local, you are giving them job, so those employees will never perform, and if they will not perform, your organization will never grow.
They think like it's their right to get a job inside.
Yeah. So but if you are selecting right people after mentoring them for the 2-3 years, and if they are becoming eligible to get job, certainly your organization will also grow. They will never create labor issues in your organization, because so on day-to-day basis, you won't believe we are giving them training, they are working in their villages, but in every function of the company, we are inviting them. They are seeing on day-to-day basis. Even if there is some annual function in our officers club for our employees, they are also being invited. If there is any community interface meet at the organization level, they are also being invited. So they are seeing on day-to-day basis how corporate function, how companies function. So how people are behaving.
Yeah. So you can say the CSR arm or the social arm or the foundation is also playing an important role of community relationship, which board is visualizing.
Yeah.
I see, okay, this is the value.
Yeah, so and again, this is giving you opportunity to discuss and communicate with the local stakeholder.
Correct.
The gatekeeper I explained, So the sarpanch or pradhan or the opinion leaders who are heading those villages, right. So you are getting access to them. So on any day, if there is any emergency in the village, you can support them. They can take help from you. But in case of your emergency also, they will help you.
They will help you.
And we have seen those examples also in our case. We have seen such example. So it's because you are running an industry. Any day, anything can happen. Some accident can happen. But how to handle those accidents without the support of the local people? You can't handle everything within that periphery. No? So that is the beauty. So it is giving us that opportunity to partner with the local stakeholders.
Let's quickly talk about also the livelihood initiatives. Since you're working with the community, it's just not the education in the schools. You're also creating livelihood opportunities at the grassroots.
Yeah. So again, so not for the entire group company, but I will explain about especially for our manufacturing companies, for which we are implementing this CSR.
Right.
So our company is 40-year-old company. I'm just giving you a perspective.
Yes.
Now, digitalization is happening in the company also. Automation is happening in the company also. Do you think that on daily basis, there will be a requirement of manpower?
Totally not.
You need more and more skilled manpower. But skilled manpower. And the number of manpower is in fact decreasing day by day due to this automation and various other reasons also. But still you can't say that so there is no vacancy, we can't take any person. You can't say. Because if you are running a company, there will be expectation in and around you.
Right.
That there is a company, there is a business, we will get job. Tomorrow my son is now studying in ITI or diploma, he or she will get job. So there will be expectation. So how to meet those expectations? That is one thing. Another is, if you cannot create island of prosperity, because if you are running a company, certainly you are giving good salary to your employees, and they are enjoying their life. They are having every kind of amenities in their life. But again, if in the surrounding area, if there will be no such job or prosperity, then you will be on threat. So how to create balance between this?
Right.
So that's why
balance between, there are some people who are employed and there are some people who have got nothing to do. So those they will be more prosperous than the others in the same population.
So you cannot create island of prosperity. So and you will not be safe in that condition. So what is the solution? The best solution is to support the local people to improve their employability,
right,
and improve their livelihood. So there are two approaches we have taken. So earlier, we started with the skill development and supporting them to get job either outside or inside the company. But it is not working properly, because inside people are having expectation to get job inside the company.
Yeah.
And our entire this is skill development is not just to get employment inside, because you are also giving training to 10th pass or 10th fail also. But how they will become your employee? You can't take them, because you are a technology based company. So you can take them just for housekeeping or some other job, but they cannot come.
There's a limit.
Then how? Yeah. So that's why we started this, and we started giving them job in supporting and in fact facilitating to get job in other companies. But again, we realized that many, especially in the rural area, because we are into manufacturing, our plants are in the rural area. Many youth, actually, they are not interested to go outside. In the state like Bihar or Jharkhand, they can go out. Yeah. But the state like Maharashtra, Gujarat,
they want to leave the state.
Even in UP, they will not go out. That is also a big challenge. So you have to find job within that periphery. That is also a big challenge. So how to improve their earning? So then we thought, why not to create some model of livelihood so that they can get benefit of our business, and then again they can create their livelihood also. So I will give you 2-3 examples. Sure. So one is very nascent example, which we started during COVID last year, and another is a regular kind of thing which we are doing. So I will give in fact both the projects.
Sure.
Example of both the projects in fact. So the one is, because usually the farmers who are having a small land holding, their earning is stagnant. It is not increasing.
Right.
To increase their earning, what we did, we started providing them fruit sapling.
Okay.
So they are creating orchard in their farm, and they can continue the intercropping of their they can continue their normal agriculture. Yeah. The same way, in fact, and I think it will take another 3 to 4 years to give actual results. So we started
come out and they'll be able to take it out.
So we started this especially during COVID, because when we started this, so we realized that many migrant workers also came in those villages. So they were also not having job. So it helped them to get job in the village. But the farmers got benefit in terms of getting those sapling, and labor support
providing the
also.
fruit tree saplings free of cost to the farmers, and they can
Yeah.
follow the agroforestry or say the orchid agro orchid farm model, wherein they are using
but not forestry. So
so it's more like
intentionally we provided them fruit trees so that they can sell and they can earn out of it. It's a mix. So there are some forestry also, but it is, so we have only selected those trees which can be sold, because many times if it is not giving money, then what is the use of
it? Use for them. Yes.
So that's why we intentionally given them first fruit and some
so that could be guava,
forestry
papaya,
which they can sell.
Seasonal foods. Yes.
And then so it has given us two kind of impact. One is the farmers got, so the farmers' income will increase, but temporary basis, this migrant worker got job in their villages. And the best part is there was convergence also. So there is one scheme under Pradhan Mantri Kalyan Yojana or something, so under which they were giving a special job to those migrant workers who were coming to the villages. So in some villages, in fact, Gram Pradhan or Gram Sarpanch, they have given, in fact, job to those youth to work in their farm. So all were, in fact, benefited. But another example I will give that is more, that will interest you. So that micro entrepreneurship. So, and then business linkage. So one example is from Karnataka. It's in Nanjangarh, where we supported one SHG group to initially just to create one stitching center. So we provided initially training. Then we thought, why not to give them first the uniform stitching of our own employees? But you won't believe now, not only our employees, but they are stitching their uniform for at least 19 to 20 companies in that industrial area. Wonderful. It's in Nanjangarh industrial area in Mysore district. So anytime you can visit it, you can see. So now there are, so one SHG is giving job to 36 women, and their turnover is more than 20 lakhs.
Wow.
More than 20 lakhs. It's the stitching cost. It's not.
Is it still a self-help group or is it become a society?
No, it's a self-help group. Self-help group. Okay. Yeah. So actually self-help group, there are 16 members who are actually member of this SHG group, but they are bringing every year few girls from the village. They are giving them training and they are working on piece basis also. So like if they will stitch, they will get their money. So such kind of arrangement.
Interesting story. So recently when I was talking to Brigadier Williams at General Stainless, so he came with a similar story from Odisha. That's where...
so we replicated at other locations also. But other example I will give you, that is a very good example and it's a business case example. So uniform stitching also business case, but again, I will give you another example. So it is from Gujarat. So what we did, there is a product, it's called herbal choline. So it's require neem powder.
Herbal what?
For that, herbal choline.
Choline, okay.
Choline. So it's a liver tonic kind of thing, which require neem powder for the product. So it's a raw material you can see. Then neem powder, there are many suppliers in the country. They were selling and supply chain was purchasing it. But the beauty of this business integration of CSR is, but I am part of the executive committee in the company. Right. So one day I heard that there is issue in supply chain to source that neem leaves.
Okay.
Then immediately my trigger came to me that, okay, so I have to do something. Then we started interacting with so I in fact convey this message to my coordinator there. And then he started discussion with the SHG groups. So we have around 36 SHGs in that location. So it's in Sauli, it's a Samlaya block in Baroda district. So he started discussion with the SHG group. They told that, okay, so we will arrange neem leaves, don't worry. And from their journey started. So initially they started collecting leaves, and then it's called VO, Village Organization. So it's a federation of SHG. So they started, so one VO started aggregating those leaves. They they were further required this pulverizer to make it a powder. And there was a cost, because without pulverizer machine, and again, since it is being used in pharmaceutical company, so that's why they require an entire SS machine. Then we funded from our CSR to that group that, okay, you start this business. They started this business, and now you won't believe, more than 250 women got job last year, and till March. And after March, we expanded their capacity. Now more than 1,000 women are engaged into this.
Wow.
1,000.
That sounds really good.
1,000.
Which block is it? You said Samlaya block.
Yeah, it's in Sauli. It's a Sauli village in Baroda district.
Baroda district. I have been in that area. We used to do assessments in Halol area. Is it somewhere around there?
Yeah, it's a hardly 30-40 kilometers.
Halol, Kalol, they're all in that area. No? Yes.
So you can visit anytime. So I will share the video of that the entire project also. So during pandemic, in fact, through mobile they created video, because it was not possible to send any photographer or videographer there. So they created through mobile only. And then
it's a very interesting story how a CSR project.
Yeah. So initially 250 women started this, and now they added more and more women into this. And now in this year budget, we decided that we will plant 120,000 neem trees in the community, in and around our plant location, at various locations, like in UP, in other district of, like in Bharuch, that is another district in Gujarat where our plant is there. Then in Nira, that is in Pune district of Maharashtra. Then in Nanjangarh, that is in the Mysore district of Karnataka. So at all locations, we started now planting neem trees, not in our area. We are partnering with the village panchayat. We are telling them, okay, you plant these neem trees. And again, we have deputed one Paryavaran Sakhi. So it's called Paryavaran Sakhi. So they are again, just like those volunteers, the youth, they are from the community. So they are in fact getting job from the panchayat. So we are providing them a stipend of 1,000 rupees per month for 2 years. So they are getting a stipend to take care of those trees. So panchayat is planting, but they have to take care of those trees for 2 years. After 2 years, they will start again getting leaves from those trees. They will aggregate it, they will dry it, and they will again sell to that VOs. So again, the SHG only. So entire thing is being done by women self-help group only.
Like
we are not doing anything.
A problem that you had faced at a plant level, you created a program out of it. And
it's a business opportunity. Now you won't believe these women. So now you can imagine. So 400 women are getting new job opportunity out of this. So what is the principle here? So out of 300 trees, we have deputed one Paryavaran Sakhi. So again, 300. Why 300? Because one tree can give 50 kg of leaves in a year.
Okay.
So 300 days, they will get job for 300 days. Because few days they need leave also, no? Because there are some festivals, some other thing also.
So they are more like tree monitors.
Yeah. So that's why we named them Paryavaran Sakhi. And they are getting a stipend. And after 2 years, we will stop our stipend, but they will start earning. And the minimum earning they will get after investment of their 1 to 2 hours per day, because they have to just collect leaves and dry it at their home. So they can continue their other job.
Yes.
So they will get minimum 300 rupees per day.
Wow.
Anything between 200. So depends upon their collection and their
that's like engaging for an hour and being able to earn 300 rupees that they can
So this is the beauty of CSR, where you can identify such project which is having business linkage, market linkage also, and they are getting assured market. And again, your business is also getting sustainability because you are creating job in and around. So they are happy. So they will protect you also. So we are creating social fencing of our business. So now you can imagine. So how this entire thing is supporting to the business, and why business will invest even in the case of loss. Now you can understand this.
This is primarily the purpose of this conversation. All those ideas that you have been able to implement and get the results out of it. We should reach out to more people and they should look at it. Like there's so many companies coming into CSR. They have to spend so much money in CSR, and they're still looking for those ideas, those projects that can be self-sustained, that can help the community, and also somehow indirectly or directly benefit the business, sustainability of the business as well.
Yeah.
This is interesting input from you on both this initiative focused at education as well as the livelihoods one. If we're running short of time, I think. No, it's 4:28. That's all right. I want you to underline some of the ideas that you would want to share with the community, because it's the conversation that we are having. We'll be sharing it with the entire CauseBecause community.
So so I think on that front, I would say there are 2-3 ideas on which I'm working, and that will be a milestone for this sector. Okay. So this is a learning. This is my learning during this, especially during this COVID period. So beside those other 2 activities, that is healthcare. So we are also providing healthcare in and around our plant location. But during COVID, we introduced this telemedicine, and government has also supported it because they allow to run this OPD through telemedicine. So that is one project. So I will not explain much about it. Anybody can go to our website. They can see the detail. Other thing is the social entrepreneurship and social entrepreneur of the year award. That is again a big project, which is not CSR, but we are supporting it.
Right.
So because we started it in 2009. So that's why we continue.
Some of the events, yes.
Yeah. So every year we are running this Social Entrepreneur of the Year award. So not only we, but there are many entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs doing good job, good work in this country. So they need voice. They need support to replicate their project. They need partners. That's why we are providing them that platform. Right. So that is the project. And again, on 7th of this next month, on 7th October at 6 o'clock, between 6 to 7 p.m., this program will be live on CNBC and on our website also. So link is available on our website. That is www.jubilantbhartiyafoundation.com. So anybody can register and they can see those promising social entrepreneurs from India. And every year, whoever is becoming winner, they are going to they are getting SWAP fellowship from World Economic Forum founder, that is Professor SWAP. So he in fact founded SWAP Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship. So they are giving this fellowship. Under that fellowship, they are getting access to Davos meeting also. So, and we also instituted another impact benefit for this project, for this impact entire award. You can say that is HT fellowship. So Hindustan Time Fellowship, that is giving. So we are providing around $15,000 to Stanford to provide MDP kind of things. It's called Stanford Seed Program for social entrepreneurs in India. So we are also, in fact, all our finalists and winners, they can access that training also. So it's a very good, in fact, program of Stanford in India to develop
Stanford, Hindustan Times, and the Foundation
Jubilant
Initiative.
Jubilant
Initiative. Together we are providing trainings to entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So Stanford is giving, in fact, entire training. So they are running their project. It's called Stanford Seed Transformation Program. So under which, so these entrepreneurs are getting training and they are developing then strategy to grow their organization. But the normal entrepreneurs are also going, but we are supporting for social entrepreneurs to get same training in India. So that is the another benefit. And India Economic Summit, whenever it is happening, they are getting access and they can network with any corporate or HNIs during that event. So these are some benefit of that. But the best part, which I was telling you, that which will become the milestone for this entire sector. So we have introduced one new project this year. It is called Jan Sanchetana.
Okay.
So during COVID, in fact, it is my learning, personal learning, that the preparedness is the key.
Right.
Since we were having preparedness, we have decreased the loss among our company, inside our company also. So not a single day our company was stopped. This is the beauty of this entire preparedness. We have taken care of our employees because we were having this preparedness team, preparedness for this entire thing. And we were having a team, ERT, so emergency response team. Then we realized, so then I was just going through this entire system. And then I realized the government has also created, and they are also having a mandate to create village level disaster management committee.
Right.
And we cannot say that this is only government's responsibility. So that's why we decided that from our company, we will create village disaster management committee in and around our plant location. We will train some youth, just like our Muskan Fellowship. So we will select some youth from the villages. Then we also developed one application, that is a mobile application, to do a resource mapping. So I will give you one example when, so we were not, in fact, anybody was not having idea that the Rajasthan will get flood. And 10 years back, 10, 15 years back, when there were, in fact, heavy rain in Udaipur, the district administration was in trouble to get boat. So from where they will get boat to evacuate people. So they were not having number of those persons who are having boat. While Udaipur is known for the dam, and tourists are going to going there and enjoying boating also.
Yes.
It means boat was there in Udaipur, but the government was not having access to those.
Or at least the data was not available.
The data was.
Yes.
Then there, it means you have to map resources in advance, and you should create a platform which can be accessed in case of emergency. So what we did, we developed a mobile application with geo-tagging of each and every resource in the villages.
Correct.
And if today there is a flood, if your location is in the flood zone, if there is a flood, then what is the requirement? You need a place which is having a strong roof so that people can assemble there. They can, so you can evacuate people from the
higher altitude
lower area, and so they can come to the safer. But you have to identify where is that place. So we have mapped all mandir, masjid, gurudwara, all such kind of places where we can bring people, and schools which are on higher latitude, so that they can
all the disasters in there. If there is fire, if there is earthquake,
same way. Then again, you won't believe we are having number of each and every mic system in that village.
Wow.
And where you will find all temples are having those mic systems.
The public address system.
All masjids are having PA system. All gurudwaras are having those systems. So that's why we mapped those, and number of that person who is having the key of that, so that in case of emergency, you can just dial their number. You can inform them that, okay, you just announce that there is some emergency. The people should be assembled at this particular place.
So this entire this system, the disaster management committee at the village level, this is being managed by the foundation.
No. We are just facilitating. It will be managed by the people only.
By the people, yes.
That is the what I want to understand. So we have developed this resource.
Yeah.
mapping also, we are training them, the village youth, how to map those resources.
Correct.
And submit on the resources. And then I think after 6 months, so this work is going on, work is in progress. So our aim is to create a resource profiling of each and every village, and it's printed, print will be available in the village, but it is also on mobile. So there is no issue. But again,
sounding very interesting, Mr.
Prakash. For that cluster, we will share with the district administration, because ultimately district collector is responsible for managing disaster in case of any emergency. So he or she should have that data. So we are developing this. Ultimately, we will hand over. And now you will say, what is benefit to you? What is benefit to the company?
Benefit to the community in any way, it's a benefit to the company.
So again, here also there are some business linkages. In case of so when we are doing this resource mapping and resources, they are also mapping who are having firefighting equipment. So sometimes in the villages there are some farm fire or something happening. So they need support from fire station, but everywhere you will not find fire station. But if some company is there, certainly companies are having those firefighters.
Right.
So why not to bring them to the village?
Right.
So that the company will support villagers.
Correct.
But again, if there is any fire in the company, then you need support of water, because your water reservoir will not be sufficient if there will be a big fire.
Is the access with the farmers.
Yeah. Then in that case, we are mapping those tankers, those tractor owners who are having tankers and water sources also. So you can immediately dial to 5-10 tanker owners. Okay, so there is a fire. Can you bring some water? So this is the beauty of this project. So that's why I'm telling you, it will become a milestone for this sector. So and any
creating of a technology into a mobile phone and resolving the local level problems. Now I'll want you to give me an example, if not now, probably a later stage. One village which has the livelihood programs, where the education program is running, where there is this
health also,
and also the disaster management, because that sounds like a model village project which is prepared. So I remember when I was in Scouts, the scoutings, the motto is be prepared. So that's what we are looking at after the COVID waves, that we were not prepared and we were caught unawares. So now almost everybody is looking at these kind of scenarios, and this sounds or makes for a good story.
And many times, many corporate, if you will ask them, what are you? They will show you, okay, we have created this bridge, we have created this building, we have created this in fact road.
Which is missing. Yes.
So that infrastructure is government's job. No doubt, at some places we are also supporting, but the major thing is enabling community. So they can do. So these youth are running those projects. Those women are running those livelihood projects. Those farmers are running their project. We are not investing. No? They are investing their land, their labor. We are just providing the technical. And again, for this agriculture part also, let me tell you, we are having mobile application. It's called Jubi Farm. It's available on Play Store also. You can find it.
Mm-hmm.
So Jubi Farm is actually, we are not just providing them sapling. We are telling them, okay, after 2-3, when your fruiting will start, this will help them to aggregate those fruits. And now they can access bigger market.
Understood. Yes.
So we are not just doing in piecemeal. We are integrating with the market also. So in fact, there is one pilot again we are doing. So it will take some time. I will not explain much about this. Again, we are doing on animal husbandry also.
We are running short of time now, because we'll have to edit and put it online as well. So this video is very interesting talking to you, Mr. Prakash. All the initiatives focus on education, livelihood, disaster management, and primarily the engagement with the community part and having the relationship building with the community, which will be sustaining the projects later on. Which takes the ownership of this. That makes for a holistic CSR approach and holistic in social programs implementation at grassroots. That approach is something that all the organizations gradually should understand and learn and take it forward from, or probably say, take ideas or say inspiration from Jubilant's work at the grassroots. we are talking, we will anyway be taking this initiative, talk whatever conversations we have had, share it with the community and make them understand how you've been working. We are also looking at, you know about Coffee for Cause. So the theme of this time, this Coffee for Cause is primarily moving from the say the ongoing mode to the resilience mode and mode of a success mode. We have always been in the what we say is a prevention mode or say a action mode whenever something happens. Everybody is now looking at the holistic approach wherein the sustainability of programs is there. Even the government's mandate talks about sustainability of programs. We plug out of an initiative after 3 years. This kind of content is needed. So thought leaders like you who have been in this space, who have tried and tested and made some successful programs. So we'll also want you to participate in the live discussions. Like I've spoken to you, we've spoken to several other leaders as well. Soon we'll be having a offline discussion. We'll just have a roundtable discussion over coffee and we talk about initiatives and partnerships, and then we again record it and share it with the community. So this is part of those ongoing series. So we call it 0 hours, and then we actually have the conversation and we all sit together and meet. So we'll send you an invitation for that as well. One message that you might have for the community, just to conclude it towards the end. One simple message for peers and
for my peers, in fact, the message would be: so you don't do anything, you just enable the community; they will do for themselves. You don't think that you are a big, you are from a company. It means you can do everything. You don't do anything. You just enable the community; they can do miracle, and we are seeing this miracle. So we are just enabling things and nothing else. So you have to play a role of facilitator only. And out of CSR, at least we are. So I'm thankful to my management that they are giving us permission to do such thing. Because many times the board is asking, where is the impact? Where is the building? Where is the road? Where is the structure? But at least they have allowed us to go for such project, which is more kind of enabling the society to create impact and for themselves. So we are not saying that they will create, but certainly if they will grow, certainly we will grow.
So, thank you so much, Mr. Prakash. Yes, it sounds good. Enable the community, make them the owners of the project, take them, let them take the ownership and sustain the project themselves. That's what the key message for the stakeholders on your peer group will be.